Okay, so 10 seconds, give me 10 seconds. We're talking about relationships today, and the secret to any relationship is finding the right person. And if you find the right person, it makes life a lot easier, a lot less painful, a lot more enjoyable, and effortless and frictionless. So here we go. In any relationship, you must have, okay, here we go. In any relationship, you must have 3 criteria, okay? One is the person must have integrity. 2, they must be loving. And 3, they must be healthy. Okay, so Anthony, I'm willing to work with you. People pay me a lot of money to do one-to-one coaching. I'm happy to work with you and give you some insights if you're willing to do so, or I can just speak. Up to you.
Can you repeat that one more time, please, Anil?
Yeah, I can work with you one-to-one right now. People pay me a lot of money for one-to-one coaching, or I can just speak generally about this. So I know what I would choose, but I want to make sure you're comfortable.
We could go one-to-one right now. Okay,
great. So if there's anything personal and you don't want to share, please let me know.
Of course.
How long was your last relationship?
Last relationship I was involved with was 7 months ago, and it lasted for 11 months, and she was back and forth with her marriage.
Great. Okay. So she was already married?
Correct.
Okay, that's a red flag.
Correct.
Okay. 2, the biggest mistake people make in marriage, in relationships, is this: they say yes until it becomes a no. And it's supposed to be no until it's a yes. So for example, Anthony, you wanted to buy a house, you wouldn't just look at a house and buy it. You'd look at it, you'd have it inspected, you'd have it vetted, you'd have it appraised, you do all of that stuff. Yeah?
Yes.
That's what you do. But people don't do that in relationships. They meet someone, they think this is great, they go into a relationship, they say yes until it becomes a no. Then they sometimes stay longer, and then they get comfortable, they get safe, and they get fearful. So they'll stay in a relationship longer. So your issue isn't that you're picking unavailable women, you're just picking the wrong women. And there's a reason you do that. Okay, so let's look at the 3 criteria. What were they? Can you remember what they were?
Must be loving, must be caring, must be healthy.
No, it's loving, integrity, and healthy.
Loving, integrity.
Okay. So this lady, did she have integrity?
No.
Was she loving?
No.
Was she healthy?
No.
Oh, God.
How easy was that?
It was very simple.
It was easy to break up with.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, you don't break up with them because you should never go out with them. You see, you have to do your due diligence beforehand.
Right.
Okay. Previous girlfriend. How long was that relationship for? How long did it last?
Previous girlfriend prior to that was about 9 months.
Okay. Did they have integrity?
She did.
Okay, so she was always on time?
For sure.
Never told a lie?
To the best of my knowledge.
Okay, she never said that she was going to do something and didn't do it?
No.
Okay, and she never gossiped?
She gossiped.
Okay, so there's no integrity there.
Ah.
Okay, if she's going to gossip about other people, she'll be gossiping about you.
Absolutely, and she did.
There you go. This is my wheelhouse, my friend. Was she healthy?
Only in certain times.
So it's transactional
Correct.
when it suited her.
Absolutely.
Now, imagine that we were working together and I said to you, Anthony, there's a 95% to a 98% success rate. Your next girlfriend will be the right one.
I can believe that.
Now, imagine we were playing roulette
Uh-huh.
and you had a 95% success rate. Would you bet?
Sure.
Of course you would.
Yeah,
At the moment, it's 3%.
correct.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Hmm.
When you use the methodologies and the distinctions, 30 to 40 distinctions I have, everything changes. Now, the benefit of an alarm clock is it'll wake you up. The benefit of waking you up is you have a rested sleep. The benefit of a rested sleep is you have more energy. The benefit of that is you can enjoy people's company when they're near you. The benefit of that is that you get more done. The benefit of that is more impactful. The benefit of that, you're more fulfilled. The benefit of that is you lead a richer, fuller, happier life. So that's just an alarm clock. So imagine you get 30 to 40 different distinctions. The compounding effect of every distinction in every part of your life is enhanced. And everything boils down to one thing, which is mindset. Yeah. So did you ever fight with this, any of your previous girlfriends?
Like verbally or physically?
Verbally.
Verbally, yes.
Okay. What if I told you there was a technique that you never, ever fought again?
I believe it.
Yeah. Would it make a difference?
Big difference.
Absolutely. So my promise today is that we're going to give you distinctions that you can immediately apply in your life so that you can lead a richer, fuller, happier life. And what that does, it increases your capacity to love and be loved and show up at a different vibrational energy so that you can make a bigger difference. So I was on the verge of suicide in 2008. And I realized that my life wasn't about me, it's about the difference I was going to make. So it's not what happens to you, it's who you become. And if you make a decision today, you know, you cannot change the past, but you can create a brand new future, which depends on the decisions that you make today. What decisions are you going to make today? So let me give you an example. My son just did a 3-day event and there were 2 beautiful souls at the event. And then Sheila's daughters, Anna and Bella, they're, I think, 8 and 10. And they made some decisions. Sheila made some decisions. So let's just see what happened. Sheila, what decision did you make? One of the decisions you made at the event, Sheila, you go first.
What decision did I make? Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
And pause for this one, please. The decision I made was I'm gonna up level my life and be the model for my kids that I want them to have.
And how would that impact them?
They had a wonderful time. How did it impact you, Anna?
I don't know.
Well, if they hear AJ and Laura's name, they're excited. And I think there was a couple, the other 2 young people in the event, Erin, I guess her mom had said, we're going to go somewhere with Laura. And she just said, yes. And you're going to ask what? And I think my kids are in that position now too, that they have that trust and they see a supportive group and what love really looks like.
Sheila, if your kids took on 1 new habit every month, how many new habits is that in a year?
Well,
how many in 5 years?
60.
Yeah, so imagine the compounding effect of that over the lifetime of their years.
Yes.
So the decisions that you make today, the things that you're going to change today, will determine the quality of your life and the results that you get.
I
It's
agree.
all about the decisions. So, Anthony, what's something you could change today that would impact the rest of your life?
Stop being so fearful.
Okay, so Mother Teresa was asked to march against war. She refused. She said, "I will not march against war, but I will march for peace." So what you said is very interesting. Not be so fearful. What's the other side of that?
Have courage.
So can I be straight with you, Anthony?
Yeah.
It's not going to help you. Okay, can I explain why?
Please.
Okay, so imagine you go to the zoo and you see a lion. And you think, I'm going to be courageous. I'm going to jump in the lion's den and be courageous. Does that help you?
No.
No. So being courageous around relationships not going to work. You could say, right, I'm going to cross that main road. I'm not going to look on either side. I'm going to be courageous. You can be courageous, but stupid.
Correct.
Okay. So what I recommend you do is say, I'm going to learn all that I need to learn to find the perfect partner so that I can make an informed decision without emotions.
Mm.
Okay, so Anthony, this is great for you. You're getting so much value. The secret is this: you have to collect data about your prospective partner. Then what you do is you make an informed decision based on the data without being emotional.
Mm.
Okay, now you are almost fully trained. So you heard Lynn talking about her friend. Yes?
Yes.
Does the situation have integrity?
No.
Is there a loving element there?
Is there what?
A loving element.
No.
Is it healthy?
No.
How simple is that?
Real simple.
But the girl is not going to listen.
Mm.
She's not going to listen because she's emotional around it. She's trying to control him. And you know what the man's biggest fear is?
Mm.
Is it commitment?
No.
What is it?
Getting hurt.
No, that's not it. A man's biggest fear is a loss of freedom.
Mm.
The man will fear a loss of freedom. He'll say goodbye.
Absolutely. You said it. That's right. I've tried to tell her.
Yeah, she's not going to listen to you.
No, she doesn't.
No.
She wouldn't listen. She wouldn't listen to you. I told her how good you are.
Yeah, they won't. And that's okay. But you pay a price. So this way you can make an informed decision on a future partner or an existing partner based on facts, objective rather than subjective.
Mm-hmm.
But it's very hard to be totally objective because you're in it. We're human beings. We're very emotional. But if you use a technique, it's called my Perfect Partner Program, you'll never make this mistake again.
Mm.
And guess what? You get to get a partner that's effortless, frictionless, and joyous.
Mm.
Now, there is those are the three elements. There is a fourth one, Anthony. Okay, so tell me, I'm going to give you two choices of characteristics of a potential partner. Tell me which one you prefer. Someone who's charismatic or spontaneous.
Charismatic.
Okay, charismatic or successful.
Charismatic.
Okay, so are you ready for this, Anthony?
Yeah.
never, ever, ever choose someone charismatic, ever.
Wow. Okay.
Now, I want you to work this out. Why?
Compelling charm with devotion.
Yeah, they want constant attention.
Huh.
And if you don't give it to them, they'll get it from somewhere else.
Hmm.
Yeah. There's a difference between being charismatic and having charisma.
Hmm.
You know, you can have charisma, but you don't live and thrive on it.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see the difference?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, my intuitive skill tells me you would like someone playful.
It's one of my core values is playfulness.
Yeah, I sense that.
Yeah.
You know, I do this every day. So let me tell you what happens in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing that attracts you, apart from looks, is that playfulness.
Yep.
And you think, wow, this is great. She's playful, she's attractive, she's funny, blah, blah, blah. So you start, you know, on a relationship. Then she does something that's out of integrity, not loving and not healthy. And you think, oh my goodness, this isn't right for me. But then she becomes playful. Then she reels you in again.
Yep.
And then she does something out of integrity, then becomes playful, reels you in again. So that always brings you back into that relationship.
Yep.
And people get caught in it all the time.
Yep. I could identify with that.
Yeah. So now you know you have to say no to a lot of relationships until you find the right one. So I've been married 33 years and 10 months and 18 days. Because I kept on saying no until I found the perfect partner, which is my wife, Mina.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? This is my family here, very blessed. And it all stems from awareness. Awareness gives you clarity. Clarity gives you focus. Focus gives you action. Action gives you results, which gives you momentum, which gives you everything. You cannot be successful, you cannot be joyous, you cannot be in love without awareness. So that's the master discipline we all need to work on. Awareness. So how do you get awareness? So what you do, you can put an elastic band or rubber band around your wrist to remind you, a post-it note on your computer. You could have your phone remind you to be aware. Because once you have that awareness, you become aware of being aware, and that gives you the clarity, because you need to know where you are to get to wherever you want to get to.
Mm-hmm.
See, the way I work with people is this: I find out where they are, where they want to get to. A therapist will say, how did you get there? And then they'll go in the past. Does that do you any good? In my opinion, no. You want to know where you are? Okay, I'm here and I want to go there. What do I do? Okay, GPS, take me there. So that's the secret to getting what you want. And then we spoke about the alarm clock. And if you do this one thing, it changes your life. Be so amazing that you cannot be ignored. And if you are ignored, it does not matter. Write that down. Be so amazing that you cannot be ignored. So, Sheila, where could you be so amazing?
Where can you be so amazing?
Yeah.
Kindness.
Say that again.
Kindness.
Yeah, you could be even kinder. You could be an even better mother, an even better sister, an even better daughter. You could be even more grateful. So I remember I was in Toronto, actually, and this homeless man came up to me and he said, he had an address on a piece of paper. And I was actually on that street, and I just said, I just pointed up the road. I just realized I didn't have my thing on. I just pointed up the road. I said, it's over there. Then I saw him cross the road, go into Starbucks, and there was a big line. Then I looked across the street and I saw the exact address he needed to go to. And I was in a bit of a rush and I thought, Anil, you know, you're out of integrity here. You should go across the road to show him where he needs to go. Yeah, but he was homeless and I got to go. And I said, look, are you being so amazing? I said, no, I'm not. So I had that conversation with myself, went across the road into Starbucks, said, sir, please forgive me. The exact address is across the road. Let me take you there. I didn't actually take him there, but I showed him, look, this is the address, and he went there. So that's just a small example of being so amazing. It could be the way you open a door for someone. It could be the way you let someone in traffic. It doesn't matter. And then what happens is the power of compounding makes your day, makes your week. And the beautiful thing happens is that people will always remember how you made them feel. We never know the impact we have on other people. So guess what? You get to lead a richer, fuller, happier life. Be so amazing that you cannot be ignored. So Anthony, where in your life could you be more amazing? Not a trick question. It could be, you know, as a brother, as a son, as a friend.
As a father.
As a father, okay. So how old is your child?
She'll 12 and a half.
Okay. And what's the greatest gift you can give your child?
My emotional availability.
Okay. I don't think that's the greatest gift you can give your child. I think the greatest gift you can give your children, and this is what I did for my son and my daughter, is give them the ability to handle life by throwing adversity at them that they can reasonably handle. So Anthony, what you'll find is a lot of kids today are entitled or enabled. And they've never been through adversity. But if you throw adversity that they can handle every day, everything changes. And AJ is a youth coach. Any comments there, AJ?
Yeah, teaching kids gratitude at an early age and having them appreciate even the smallest things is, so important. Kids get given everything nowadays, and parents, they tend to give them everything just to quiet them down. And once they learn that, and kids learn very quickly, they will just keep asking for more and more things. And when you give a kid everything, they don't appreciate it, and it doesn't go in the right direction. So 100%, teach them gratitude, show them, appreciate everything, connect with them, spend more time with them. The less time they're on the video games and even phones, the more connection you can have with them, the stronger the relationship.
See, that's what I'm lacking. Connection with my daughter. She's always on the phone with her friends.
Yeah. So how old is she?
She's 12 and a half.
Yeah. So, I would negotiate with her and say, look, I will give you X amount of phone time if you give me X amount of us time, and she actually wants you time. But when it's with you, you have to be totally present. You can't also be on the phone. You can't be watching TV or, checking or whatever it is. Like, be totally present with her, get into her world.
Yep.
She's always in the adult world. Like, get into the child's world, see what's happening in her world. Ask her, questions about what COVID was like for you. What is it like studying in school nowadays? What is it like everyone being on the phone, in school? Because when we went to school, we didn't have phones in school. Just see what it's like, and ask questions, and then that'll give you, more questions you ask, it will lead to more conversations.
Got you. Thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you, Anthony. I will send you a beautiful. Actually, I'll explain to you right now. So imagine you're with your daughter. Let's role play. You be the daughter, and I'll be you. Okay.
Okay.
So we're sitting around dinner, and I say, "Hey, I'll just call her Anna."
Her name is Nikki. Her name is Nikki.
Nikki, can I ask you a question?
What's the topic?
Yeah. What act of kindness did you see today?
I don't know.
Okay. Can I share an act of kindness I saw today? I saw a man helping an old woman across the road. It was a beautiful thing to do.
Mhm.
Did you perform any acts of kindness?
No.
You know, I did. I thanked a friend of mine for being a great friend. And, you know, the two most important things in life are relationships and health. So I really valued this friend and I said thank you to him. So, Nikki, what are you grateful for?
Are we done with this yet?
No, it's a question. What are you grateful for?
My phone.
You know, it's an amazing thing, your phone. How old were you when you first got your phone?
What's that?
How old were you when you first got your first phone?
Me or her? Oh, I'm her.
Yeah.
7.
7. You know, when I was 7, we used to have the rotary phones. It was connected to a landline.
Mhm.
It's crazy to think that you can go anywhere in the world, take photos, connect people, go on the internet. What do you think phones are going to be like in 10 years' time?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. So, you know, thank you for asking that. What was magical about today?
Can I go play with my friends?
You can, yeah. Which of your friends is your best friend?
Dylan.
And what's magical about her?
Can I go play with my friends?
You can. What's magical about her?
I don't know.
So why is she your best friend?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, so end of role play there. So the next question is, is there anything on your mind? And at the beginning, it's going to be difficult.
Of course.
Next day, my son, who was 9 at the time, would lead the exercise. Next day, my daughter, who was 7 at the time, would lead the exercise. So when you lead the exercise, you have to be a public speaker. You have to be confident. You have to be respectful. And you start looking for acts of kindness. So, Anthony, it will be like this at the beginning, but you have to persevere. Because if you don't, you're going to get more of the same, more of the same, more of the same. And the biggest pain point is when you lose connection with your child. Biggest pain point. And unfortunately, some kids are weaponized against one of the parents.
And that parent is me through the divorce.
I see that all the time, and there is
Yeah.
a way to handle that
Yeah.
so that you can get reconnected back. I had a coaching client last year, and I said to him, don't worry, they'll come back to you. And it took about 6 months, and they did, but he never thought that would happen. Complete turnaround, because the truth always comes out. So you cannot give in, because one day she'll say to you, Dad, why didn't you carry on? Why didn't you stop me? Why didn't you do this? And you don't want her to say that to you.
Gotcha.
So never, ever, ever give up. Ever give up. And if you need help, I've got a chatwithanil.com. Let's get on a call, because there's some strategies I can share with you that will change your entire life.
Yeah, beautiful.
Anthony, have we spoken before?
We have spoken before. I am. Yes. At the time we were talking, and I was supposed to redo your website and start generating traffic for it. And I'm friends with Gary Fogier. Gary and Linda.
Oh, yeah. Frozen. Yes. Let's continue that conversation. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, I remember.
I believe
I remember the muscles.
Yeah, I think I still have your number. Yep. 407-227-6808.
Perfect. Yeah. Hit me up and then we'll have that discussion. Yeah, we can do something together.
Beautiful.
Good. Was this useful, all of this content?
Extremely. I love the part about, I love it all, but instead of saying, okay, put the phone down for a little bit, here's what we're gonna do. This is a negotiation. There's us time today, and then there's your time today with the phone. Let's talk about how we're gonna work this out together.
Yeah.
I love it.
And if she throws something back at you, don't let her win. You know, as you said, connect with her. The biggest mistake parents make is they expect the child to come into the adult world. You can't do that. You've got to get into their world. What music does she like? What happens if you bought her the best tickets of her favorite show? She's going to love you, and her friend is going to say, "Your dad's amazing."
Yeah.
So you have to get into their world.
Yep. Thank you for that.
Good. So we're 40 minutes in. Does anyone have a question? Relationships, parenting, communication that they'd like to ask? No. So I just want to share this, the happiness formula. To live a fulfilled life, you have to give, you have to grow, and you have to be grateful. They're the 3 G's. Give, grow, gratitude. At any time you're not feeling as happy and joyful as you used to be, you haven't been giving, you haven't been growing, or you haven't been grateful. So, you know, in conclusion, work on the 3 G's. Give, grow, and gratitude, and you will lead a richer, fuller, happier life. So we're doing the same call. It's never the same call, but it'll be a different content, different people, different layout, different conversations. So we'll see you all next week at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, everybody. I look forward to hearing from you, Anthony.
Absolutely.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Anil. Good night.
Take care. Bye.